What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Banger 2 times Film, and today we back another video, man. Today I am doing my opinion and thoughts on South Africa. You know what I'm saying? Particularly Johannesburg, because I did not go to all the different cities in South Africa yet. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned for that, because I'm gonna go. I'm most definitely coming back to South Africa. That country is amazing. But anyways, let's get straight to it. Make sure you like, you comment, you share, and you subscribe if you're new to the channel. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy B2X on the way to 100K. Let's get it popping, y'all. So first things first, we was coming from the highway, OR Tambo Airport. You know what I'm saying? We're in the shuttle, you know, to go to our hotel. All I'm seeing on the highway is 5 to 6 lane roads. 5 to 6 lane roads, as if I'm in Los Angeles or something. You know what I'm saying? I was so amazed because I'm like, finally. One thing I hate is traffic on the highway, right? And in Johannesburg, the traffic was flowing. Like, there was no backups, nothing. The traffic was just flowing. Like, everyone was just driving. Everyone was just doing their thing. You know, people driving on 120. You know, people driving 130, 140. You know, people just driving, going fast. You know what I'm saying? And I love to see that, because in Canada, particularly in the West Coast where I'm at, Vancouver, we still have 3-lane, 2-lane highways. Like, big country, but we still got 2-lane and 3-lane highways. Like, are you serious? Come on, Canadian government, come on, invest in our highways and our infrastructure in the highways. We still have 2-lane and 3-lane highways. But if we was in Johannesburg, I was like, damn, they got 5 lanes on the highway? 5 lanes on the highway, you know what I'm saying? Before we came through, we did pass through Amsterdam. You know, we did pass through Amsterdam, right? And I'm not gonna lie, Amsterdam and Johannesburg, they look very similar, especially on the highways. Like, they look alike. So I was amazed. So I was like, damn, you know, all right. And it makes sense why people drive so many luxurious cars. It makes sense, because if you think about it, why would you buy a sports car and you can't even drive it, like, on the highway? Like, no free, like, no, just traffic only. Come on, man. You want to have a nice car where you can actually drive it? That makes sense. Why, when we was driving, we was on the road going to our hotel, you can see luxurious whips left and right. All you see is German cars, you know, Mercedes-Benz, Volkswagen, you know, BMWs, especially BMWs, you know what I'm saying? And also they had some foreign cars, like, you know, Peugeot, I think. I'm not pretty sure how to pronounce it, Peugeot. I've heard those cars before, but, you know, they're not really common here, you know. So they got cars that we don't have this side as well, too. Although they got different types of Toyota cars and all that. And I was just so, like, amazed. I was like, wow. I'm really in another planet. I'm really in another world right now. Like, I was so happy. Like, it was just the best. Like, I couldn't even tell you. Like, I was like, finally we're on a highway with some good roads. It was the best, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Johannesburg, for the highways and the roads, I give Johannesburg like 10, let's say 15 out of 10. I give Johannesburg 15 out of 10. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be brutally honest, 15 out of 10. And say what you want, my Canadian people are not gonna like this. Johannesburg, they got better road network and better roads than Vancouver. I'm sorry. Another thing that shocked me was the buildings. Now, the thing about Johannesburg, like, it don't have, like, you know, or I was in the Sandton, so we started off in Sandton. We didn't go to CBD, you know. So in Sandton, right, you know, the buildings were just, wow, out of this world. Like, I'm talking about the architectural design. Because me, I'm a guy, like, I don't really care about skyscrapers, like, you know, because, you know, there's some countries where they just have too many skyscrapers to the point where you don't see the actual architecture of the place, you know, and of the buildings, right? But in Sandton, it was like the buildings were too high, but they were large, like big and large, and the design was like, wow. It was like a city in the future. It was like, you know, if they make a cartoon or like a 3D animation of like a smart city in the future, that's what Sandton looks like, a smart city in the future. Like, Sandton was next level. I was like, damn, man, wow. Because the thing right now is going on, you know, especially where I'm at, like, with the buildings, they're just making a lot of skyscrapers, right? But they don't really have an architectural design to it in a field, right? Versus in Sandton, it's like the build, like that Mercedes-Benz building, you know, like, it's like the shape of it is just so unique. I'm like, wow, I've never seen a building like this before. Like, you know, where is this, like, where did the minds come from to design such a thing? It was just like, wow, I was so impressed. And the buildings were large. Like, I'm talking about large, not no small building. Large, nice colors, futuristic. The roads were amazing. It was just the best. Nice cars everywhere too. Hey, I'm a Sandton guy. I love me some Sandton. Apartments were looking nice. The houses were looking nice, but the buildings really stuck out. And I feel like if I was to design a future city, I would model Sandton. I'm not gonna lie, I would model Sandton due to the fact that the way Sandton is well designed. Sandton is designed like a future city, like no joke. Not too high, the buildings, but just a nice size. In our hotel, we had a viewpoint where you can see like the buildings. The buildings aren't blocking the other buildings. They're all like they're perfectly set up. Perfect height, perfectly set up. So it was amazing and I loved it. And I was so happy to see such a smartly designed city or area in Johannesburg, you know what I'm saying? As well, we did see the CBD skyline, which was so crazy dope. The CBD skyline looked amazing. Like, that's the iconic Johannesburg CBD, you know, the Central Business District. Is that what it stands for? Let me know in the comments if that's the right term. You know, I saw the CBD and I was like, dang, that's the Johannesburg CBD. I'm like, this gives me like a New York vibe, but even cooler because it's in Africa. Like, we put Africa on a pedestal now, bro. You know, Africa's where it's at, you know what I'm saying? So when I saw it, I was so impressed, and I was just like, nah, this is so cool, because you got Sandton on this side, right? And then you got the CBD of Johannesburg on that side, and you have Midrand or something like in the middle or something like that. I'm not too sure. Midrand was also amazing too. I love Midrand. We're gonna get to Midrand. Don't worry, Midrand. I got you, Midrand. The malls were next level. I'm telling you, I went to Sandton City Mall. My jaw was like this. Nelson Mandela Square, Mall of Africa. I'm like, bro, we don't. The Sandton City Mall, Mall of Africa, those two malls, and Melrose Arc is actually, if you consider that a mall. I'm not too sure if you consider Melrose Arc a mall or Melrose Arc or Arch. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I don't know if you consider that a mall, but those three, there is no mall or area in Canada that's touching those three. The architectural design was next level. It was through the roof. Like, I'm talking about, it was like, wow. Like, they really, I'm pretty sure they had 100 people working on the project to design the place. There is no mall in Vancouver, in Toronto, and Montreal that is touching Sandton City Mall. No, I don't want to hear it. Canadians, I don't want to hear it. There is no mall touching Sandton City Mall. There is no mall touching Mall of Africa. Like, the thing about the malls I noticed over there, here I feel like malls are straight up just consumerism, you know, just straight up, you go there, buy, that's it, right? Versus like in South Africa, the malls are more like, you can go there to actually hang out. You can go grab a bite, you can go grab a food, you know, you can go chill, you know what I mean? They design these things for you to actually hang out. People really do the internet cafe vibe, like they actually pull up with their laptops and actually, you know, be out there at the malls and stuff like that. I guess they put actual work in the malls, you know what I mean? And then it was just crazy that they had Nelson Mandela Square, which is just amazing to see. Amazing to see a black African man honored in such a luxurious way. Like, you don't know how inspiring that is, like, to see, you know, Nelson Mandela, the legend Nelson Mandela, be honored in such a way. Like, you go to the malls, Nelson Mandela Square, like, he's honored. They got the big statue of him. You know how that feels, like that? Because usually when you grow up in like North America, you know, even Europe or something like that, right? Black people, they do have a lot of achievements, but they kind of throw black people under the rug, like as if they didn't really, you know, have those type of achievements. You know, like if a black person invented this, you wouldn't really learn about it at school. Like they usually try to show the negatives of black people. Like they try to make the only history that we have is based off like slavery or something like that, which is still part of history, right? But they try to make it seem like our people were just enslaved people, but they didn't do great things, right? So now you have Nelson Mandela Square, Nelson Mandela was a freedom fighter, right? A freedom fighter, and you have him just a statue of him. And you go to the mall, it's honoring him. It's honoring a black man that was fighting for freedom. I'm telling you, that is probably one of the most liberating things you can feel like when you go there. It was like, wow. Like, I felt so amazed, you know, seeing Nelson Mandela on the big picture, on the big screen, man. Like, but then, you know what also is crazy? Is how Afrocentric the malls are. Like, you go to a mall, right? You go to Mall of Africa, right? You have the specific African stores with African luxurious clothing, like actual African clothing. Because, you know, when I go to a country, I want to feel the African vibe, the African feeling. And South Africa gives me that vibe. You know, people like to say, oh, South Africa is westernized. Oh, yeah, South Africa is not westernized. South Africa has soul. A westernized city does not have soul. And South Africa has soul. When you go to those places, those malls, you go to see the African stores, you see African culture depicted in such a high quality, which is really lacking, especially when you're in the Western world. You don't really see African culture displayed that well. So it was amazing. I was so amazed to see, you know, I was so happy, you know. Shout out to the Makosa brand, you know, big shout out to them. It was just amazing to see something so great. The Afrocentrism was amazing, on point, you know what I'm saying. So anyways, you know what I'm saying, the music. Yo, Amapiano is lit. You know when you go inside a luxury store, right, and you hear Amapiano hits even more different. Like when you walk into like that, you know, when you're in Sandton City, you walk into the Diamond Walk and you hear Amapiano playing and stuff like that, you know. Ooh, 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 ooh. Dog, that Amapiano, that Kelvin Momo, when you downstairs, you go to those cool swag shops, you know what I'm saying, like where they got the drip. When you hear that Kelvin Momo, that guy got good music for the malls. Like, he got that, you know, that music that just make you want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Amapiano hits. When you hear that at the mall, you hear people's cars playing it. The Uber drivers are playing it. Like, I even got some songs from Uber drivers and stuff like that. Like, that's how cool, and that's how you know the culture is really there. Like, you know, I'm hearing at the store, the Uber drivers, I'm hearing at the functions, the parties and all that. Like, that's what I'm talking about, man. You hear at the lounges, the restaurants. That's how I'm like, you know, because the thing about Canada is like, we have our music. We have a lot of popping, you know, we have a lot of popping celebrities. I'm not gonna lie, like Justin Bieber, we got Drizzy Drake, we got The Weeknd, right? Though they play their music, but they don't play like all of their music. They play the pop ones, you know what I'm saying? They don't play the ones that people actually listen to on the street. Versus that side, I feel like people actually listen to the songs on the streets, and it was actually lit. So I was so inspired, and it was so amazing to see the actual culture on the piano and how I understand it more just by being there, right? You know what I'm saying? Just by being there, you know, going to the club, lounge, show areas, just being there, seeing the DJs playing, seeing the DJs grinding. And one thing I loved is how y'all over there, literally, y'all dance to songs that y'all might not even know. Y'all just dance to the song because the beat is beaten. Because I feel like not everyone knows what song is playing, right? Like some songs I heard didn't have no instrument, like no words, nothing, but people were just still, you know, hitting their, you know, 1, 2, 1, you know what I'm saying? They were just doing their thing, and it was amazing to see. Like, I loved it, you know what I'm saying? I loved it so much, you know, and I just loved to be in a place that has so much culture, you know, and I love that I could be able to witness such a beautiful culture of piano and the South African music culture, you know what I'm saying? It was just lit, man. Like, the lounge was cool. No one was like, you know, I went to a lounge, you know, a lounge spot. No one's staring at me weird. No one's looking at me like, bro, what are you doing here type vibe. Like, who is this guy? Like, no one is looking at me. Everyone is just calm, chill, doing their thing, and I love it so much. And I love it. Like, everyone was just chill. Like, everyone's chill. You just treat me like family, man. And I just wanted to say, South African people are very friendly. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not expecting someone to come up to me and be like, oh, you're from another country. Oh, man. I mean, like, no. They were talking to me like I'm an actual human being. Like, they're talking to me with respect. Like, hey, how are you? Not too bad. Oh, they're like, oh, are you from somewhere else? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm just from Canada. Like, oh, nice. Are you from Canada? That's cool. Like, you know, everyone was just cool. I was just talking to people. Like, it was just nice, you know what I'm saying? The farmer's market was a hidden gem. You know, I was thinking that no one wanted to go there due to the fact that, like, it was cold. Like, it was chilly. It was cold. Man, it was giving me Canada vibes. I'm not gonna lie. It was cold. That being said, people were still outside at a farmer's market. Like, Canada, why can't we be like this, man? Like, we do have farmer's market, but it was just, the farmer's market is just, it's just not hidden. It just doesn't have that vibe to it. Like, that farmer's market, that four ways, man, like, it was just a vibe. Like, you just see people coming out, families, couples, you know what I'm saying? The food is on point, the culture's on point, the live music is there, the drinks, everything was just nice. You know, I didn't have service, right? Cause I forgot to, charge my, my service, or is it the airtime? I forgot the name. I forgot to charge the service, right? And then I asked the person who works there, I'm like, oh man, could you like hotspot me? You guys were like, yeah, no worries, man. I was like, yeah, I'll even pay you. He's like, why do you have to pay me? Like, just, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, man. Don't worry about it. And I thank the guy so much for like hotspotting me so I catch the Uber, you know what I'm saying? It was just a nice vibe. Like, it was giving it gives what North America is supposed to be, because first when you hit the farmer's market, it was like everybody was just there, everyone was just doing their thing, hanging out, you know. This is a day out, you know what I'm saying? Which is so cool. Like, it was just lit. It was just super duper lit. The Ubers, man. Oh. That Uber Black option, we don't have that Uber Black option here. There's no such thing as Uber Black. You get to ride in a luxurious whip. Why is that? Uber Canada, why don't you give us a luxurious option, like to drive in a luxurious whip? So why not? Canada, come on. The first car was an Audi. And the prices for us wasn't too bad, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't really like doing the price conversions because I feel like it's the same thing for like, I feel like things are expensive in different ways for different people. So like, I might find it cheap, but over there people find it expensive. It's the same thing when someone come our side, you know, it can be expensive for us, you know what I'm saying? For someone else from Europe, it's cheap, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't like doing that money talk. But with that being said, the Uber was cheaper, right, for us. Like, we was rolling in luxurious cars, like luxurious cars. I'm talking about BMW. I'm talking about Audi. I'm talking about Volkswagen, like the nice one. I'm talking about Mercedes-Benz. You know, the Mercedes-Benz. I'm talking about those type of cars we was riding in, right? And let me tell you, when you're riding in one of those cars, you know, I was playing some Kelvin Momo, because I'm a big fan of Kelvin Momo, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all put me on, and I like it. I felt like a boss. You know, we was driving from, you know, Sandton, our hotel in Sandton to Rosebank, right? Just listen to that Kelvin Momo. Teka, Bamba, Teka, Bamba. If you know that song, you know that song. I can't play it because the copyright's just super duper humbled at the same time. You know, I always give, you know, thanks to the South African people. The Uber drivers are also very nice and chill and calm. Like, they usually let you, they always ask you, like, you want to connect, you know, do you want to do this? You know, they offer nice services and stuff like that. So yeah, how outgoing people are and stuff like that. We got the diversity, you know. It's probably gonna be the last one because I got more to tell you, but we got the diversity. One thing I loved was how diverse the country was. I feel like everybody and their mama is there. Everybody is there. Like, I'm a lot of African people from different African countries. You got Caribbeans in there too. I saw some Caribbean things there too. You know what I'm saying? I saw some Latino things there, like Latino restaurants are there too. You know, I see different types of European cuisine. You got Greek, Portuguese, Italian, you know, and then we got Indian flavors as well too, different Asian flavors. So Arab flavors as well too, you know, so there was a lot of diversity. Also with my own eyes, I could see the different types of people, which I like because I am from Canada, right? You know what I'm saying? And as someone from Canada, you know what I'm saying, I'm used to diversity at the end of the day. Like, I don't know if I can live to a place that's super duper, like, you know, there's not different types of people, because I like different types of people due to the fact that you can think differently when you're around different types of people. If you're around the same type of people, you think the same all the time, you remain a robot. So it's nice to be around different types of people, right? And I've got so many different types of people. Like, the diversity is on point, y'all. Like, the diversity is on point. I felt comfortable. You know, when you see different types of people, sometimes you feel comfortable as well too. You know what I'm saying? And no one was questioning me. No one was asking no weird questions. Everyone just treated me like family. You know what I'm saying? Kind of. That's how I felt. Like, people were treating me like family. Like, just treating me like one of them. They didn't really discriminate against me. No, I don't even think. No one discriminated against me. To be honest, maybe they did in their head. Who knows? I don't really care, because at the end of the day, it doesn't bother me or it doesn't bother that person, right? We just live, right? You know, just be happy. You know what I'm saying? Different people and stuff like that. It's cool, man. Cool. But one thing I did love the most was seeing the different people come together when it comes to like the South African culture, though. Like, that's how you know, like, low key, the country do give one nation under the flag. Think about over years, we kind of like, we have different types of people. We are kind of segregated in that sense of like arts and stuff that we like music and stuff like that, right? But over in South Africa, like, you see the different ethnicities and different people grooving and vibing to the same music, which is really like interesting because over years, like it's only hip hop that people can gravitate together, you know what I'm saying, to gravitate together and move around. But then other music is just like, yeah, whatever, everyone just sticks to their own. But it's Africa, like it was really like everyone, like the house music, everyone was just, you know, with the house music, the Amapiano, people were just, you know, it didn't matter what race you were, white, black, Indian, you know, like everyone was just cool, man. Everyone was cool, chilling, vibing, and I love that. I love when I see stuff like that, you know. Keep that one nation under a flag spirit up, man. Keep that up. All right, this is my last one, you know what I'm saying? The last one I have to talk about, the weather. Hey! It was cold. It was cold. Like I felt like I was in cold, like, yeah, like fall season, autumn season over here. A little bit chillier than that. Like gave like Halloween cold vibes, right? Like it would be like a little bit warm in the day, but then you still needed like a jacket or hoodie or something like that, right? But the thing is, the coldness was kind of weird. Like it was like a humid. It wasn't like a dry cold. It was like a wet cold. You know what I mean? Like a humid cold. I don't know how to explain it to you. I don't know if I'm making sense or not, but it felt like there's humidity in the air. Why I'm saying that? Because usually when it's cold, when you like breathe out oxygen and like blow, like you can see the air coming from your mouth, right? But I was trying to do that over there. I could not see that at all. Like at all. I could not see it. So I was wondering, like, yo, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was just amazing. It was lit. It was amazing. It was lit. Why I'm saying it's amazing because I like being psyched out. I like going to places where you're not expecting it, you know what I'm saying? Like you just go and it's actually cold. Okay, man, put on a jacket. Canada, man, this ain't nothing to me, but like I do want to come back in the summertime because I know for a fact that it's vibes. If it was vibes like that in the winter, I can't imagine in the summertime. Summertime. Summertime is going to be vibes. I know that for a fact, you know. It's gonna be vibes, so I want to come back in the summer. But yeah, the winter, it was cold. It wasn't chilly like it was giving Canada. I'm not gonna lie, it was giving Canada. But if you put your jacket on, you know, it was a vibe. It was not too bad. Just don't be slow thinking that people don't got different seasons. I'm used to that type of stuff, you know. I like to live. If I was living in a place, I can't live in a place that is hot constantly 24/7. Because growing up in Canada, like you're used to different seasons, right? So if I was to move somewhere else, right, to another city, I could not be in the city that is straight up cold or straight up hot. I cannot be in a city like that, you know what I'm saying? So I like to be in a city where I have diversity of weather, you know what I'm saying? And I love that. Anyways, y'all, if you made it this far, I appreciate you. Much love to y'all. It's your boy Banger 2 times, feel me? And with 100K, let's get it popping, y'all. Thank you for the support, for all the nice comments that y'all gave me. I really appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying? God bless all of y'all. God bless the country of SA, you know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for showing me love. I love you guys so much, and thank you. I'm just so happy that I actually got an opportunity to be that side, to go there and see with my own eyes. And I was blown away. You know what I'm saying? Sorry for that singing. I'm just so happy. But I was blown away, and you know, I want to come back and see more and see what more of the country has to offer, you know what I'm saying? That's such a short time. But you know, I'm coming back. I'm staying optimistic. I'm coming back, you know what I'm saying? Wow, I got nothing but great things to say, to be honest. So thank you for all who've been supporting me and sending me all the nice messages. I really appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying? God bless all of y'all, you know what I'm saying? God bless the country. I wish y'all all nothing but the best. I wish y'all nice peace and love and safety. It's your boy, Banger 2 times, you feel me? And I'm out, you know what I'm saying? See you later.